This is literally the worst mistake I see people making with their finances. Lifestyle creep. So what exactly is that? Lifestyle creep occurs when a person's standard of living and expenses increase as their income increases. And you realize that things that were luxuries before are now becoming necessities. I don't know if you remember a time during either the beginning of your career where you would survive with very little money, maybe 20,000, 10,000, and now you're probably earning way more than that, but your situation is still the same. You still have no savings, you still have no investments. So given that your income increased, but you still don't have savings and investments, do we really have an income problem or we have a spending problem? Lifestyle creep has kept a lot of people living paycheck to paycheck, even with an increase in income, because you realize that as much as an increase in income is a wonderful opportunity to transform your life, to change your financial situation, you find that even as much as we are earning more, we are getting promotions at work, at our workplaces, our businesses are doing better, we are still not growing financially, because as your income grows, your tastes and your standards are now starting to grow as well. And now these new expenses are taking up the new income or the extra income that you had. And so you just keep living paycheck to paycheck. And in today's episode, I want to give you 5 ways that you can avoid lifestyle creep, in the hope that you guys can be able to identify if there's an area of your life that lifestyle creep has taken over, so that you can be able to benefit financially from your increases in income, whether that is employment income or business income. Welcome to another episode of Finance Friday. My name is Coach Susan. I'm very happy to have you here today. So the first way to avoid lifestyle creep, especially when you start earning more money, is to increase your investments instead of using the extra money to access a more expensive lifestyle. So this is a very challenging thing to do, and it is not obvious. But if you want to grow financially and you want your extra income to benefit you, you need to make it an intention or be intentional about keeping your expenses at the same level they were before you started earning extra income. And this is especially important if you've just started growing your career, you're getting into the biggest days of your career, and now you're starting to make a bit more money than you didn't make before. And you don't have an investment portfolio, you don't have an insurance portfolio, you're probably in debt. It is probably not in your best interest to now start increasing your expenses. This is a very difficult thing. It requires a lot of emotional intelligence when it comes to money matters. And so one of the best things that you can do for yourself is to ensure that even with an increase in income, you make it intentional to keep your expenses the same. That way, all that additional goodness, all that additional income can actually go towards supporting you to build the life that you dream of, to give you the investment portfolio you desire, the savings, the insurance portfolio that you crave. So ensure that even with an increase in income, be intentional about ensuring that your expenses actually remain the same. That's the first thing. The second thing, when you get an increase in income, in order to avoid lifestyle creep, I love to encourage people, do not ditch your budget. Don't ditch your budget. There's this belief that people think or feel that I need a budget when I'm doing badly financially, or I need a budget when I feel like I'm not earning enough money. No. Having a budget does not equate to doing badly financially. As a matter of fact, if there's a time you need to keep and stick to your budget is when you start earning more money. Because you see, keeping a budget will actually help you to be more of an intentional spender than an impulse spender. Because you guys already know, the moment you just get those extra coins, it's almost like, I mean, your body even starts rejecting some of these things, right? You're like, oh, no, 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 I need now to start eating this or start going to this place. It's only natural. All right. So just because you've gotten extra income does not mean you don't need a budget. Remember, we said that having a budget is not having a list of bills. Budgeting is actually intentionally deciding and telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Now, when you start making additional income and you decide to ditch your budget, guys, you will forever wonder, where is this extra income going to? So please, don't ditch your budget just because you've started earning more. If there's a time you need a budget, it is now. All right. The third thing that you need to do is to actually unplug these cultural tendencies that we have to equate designer things, luxury lifestyle, you know, all these fancy, flashy things as what defines your worth and your value as a person. Now, this is an unpopular opinion, but one of the things I love to personally tell people, even as a finance coach, yes, I'm here trying to teach and educate most of you people to get better with your money, to do better with your investments and savings. But at no given point should you attach your value as a person or as a human being to whether you wear designer or not, because honestly speaking, attaching your value as a person to these things means that you've attached your value to things that are fleeting. That means your value and your worth as a person will be coming and going as much as material things do come and go. All right. What does lifestyle creep look like? Now, where do you draw the line between improving your life and actually lifestyle creep? Now, improving your life is fine. I mean, if I didn't have a laptop and I need a laptop and I've gotten additional pay, and me directing money towards getting that laptop is not ideally lifestyle creep. So what is lifestyle creep? Lifestyle creep is getting a new car when the car I have works perfectly fine. Lifestyle creep is getting a new watch or a new phone when the ones I have or the one I have works perfectly okay. Like I am literally just upgrading my life just for the sake, not because it is a necessity, not because it is a need, but it's just because, I mean, I can now afford it, so now I'm doing it for the sake. Now, if you're improving your life and getting things for the sake and you still are intact with regard to your savings and investments, by all means, you are not the audience of this conversation. Keep doing you as long as you have a plan. All right. So don't get me wrong. We are not saying that there's something wrong with luxury, designer, flashy things. What we are saying is that the moment you start earning more, there's usually that temptation for, we keep telling ourselves, we deserve better or I deserve better. Now I can get my nails done at a certain place or get this hair or get this phone. I hope you are actually getting it because one, you need it, and two, that you're not getting it at the expense of debt repayments or savings and investments or just pursuing your other financial goals that will ensure that this income is actually preserved and it's benefiting you not just in the present, but you have some that you're putting aside to ensure that this standard of living can be sustained in both in the short term, in the medium term, and in the long term. So unplug yourself from those cultural tendencies or from this belief that you actually have to wear a certain shoe or wear a certain brand for you to be or feel valuable as a person. So there's a very fine line between improving your life and buying things just for the sake. So we are saying that if you really do need that thing, get it, because I mean you need it because you don't have it, or because you need it because you don't have it and it is actually playing a role in improving your lifestyle or making your life or your work easier. But if you already have a phone, you already have a car, you already have a house in an area that is functional, you realize that lifestyle creep shows up when you have things and you're in a situation that works perfectly fine, but just because you have more money, then you start doing things just for the sake. So unplug, completely release yourself from that. I tell people money is just a tool. All right. It is not the life. It is not the thing. It is a tool. When you learn how to use it, because we are using money to be able to reach our financial goals, to be able to create better lives for our children's children, to be able to untangle ourselves from poverty and all that. And you can't do that when you spend all the money that you make. All right. Now, Another important thing on what you can do to avoid lifestyle creep when you earn more money is to set clear financial goals so that you can know, as and when I start getting extra money, exactly where will this money go? What exactly do I want it to achieve for me? So that it's not just going to, it's not just going to go to things mindlessly, but it is carefully calculated and set goals that will overall improve your financial health and your lifestyle at the same time. And this works very well. Now, every time I talk to my clients, I always love to tell my clients, even when you don't know where the money is coming from, it is good to set goals. Ask yourself, where do I want to see myself in the next 5 to 10 years? Do I want to be debt-free? Do I want to have a fully funded emergency fund? Do I want to have an investment portfolio that gives me passive income? Do I want to, expand my streams of income and have more than just one? Even when you don't know where the money is coming from, it is good to have those goals, because you see, if I start earning more money today with no plan as to where this money is going, it is one of the reasons why lifestyle creeps takes a grip on us, because new money has just come in. I'm excited about new money. I am happy I'm earning twice what I used to earn, but without a clear structure as to, okay, when I get more money, I think I'm going to add this account. If there's no such plan, when you get additional money, you're just going to splurge on it, obviously, because you're happy about it, right? So I tell people, answer the question where you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years. So that, because like right now, honestly speaking, if you give me 1,000,000 shillings, I know exactly where I want it to go. Like, there's these goals I have in my life that are literally just waiting for the money to come in. Okay, so why lifestyle creep is an issue for most of us is because we don't have goals, we don't have a structure, we don't have like gaps. We've not identified the gaps in our financial life in such a way that when money comes in, I know this is going to stock market investing because I've been wanting to get into stocks forever, or this is going to start this business because I've been wanting to add my streams of income. So ensure that you have very clear financial goals even before you start earning more. So financial goals are not for the wealthy. You don't wait to get wealthy so that you can set goals. No, you set it's actually the other way around. You set financial goals so that you can become wealthy. All right? And finally, the most important part about avoiding lifestyle creep is to actually not keep that money in your account for long. Now, I am a firm believer that the only amount of money that should be in my bank account is the money that I'm actually transacting with this particular month. All the rest of my money is designated towards the specific goals that I am working on. So maybe last month you used to earn 50,000, and this month now the increment has already been effected and now you're earning 80,000. Please do not let that extra 30,000 stay too long in your account, or however much you have. You need to effect the plan immediately, or to adjust your budget accordingly to cater to this new increase that you've currently received, either from your employment or your business income. So you want to ensure that you now that you've started getting additional income, go back to your budget. If you didn't already have one, you need to actually come up with one to ensure that, I love to say these 4 things need to be in your plan: savings and investments, debt repayments, your mandatory bills and expenses, which is what we refer to as needs, and then finally your wants, which are which are leisure, entertainment, giving, and even some miscellaneous costs. So ensure that you decide immediately the increment happens, or immediately it comes, you decide exactly where you want to dedicate this additional funds to. Failure to do that will actually have you living paycheck to paycheck even after you get an increase in income. Now, if you don't already know this, I am a personal finance coach, and I actually help people to come up with a carefully curated personal budget. So I'm going to be putting a link in the description box to, if you're interested in having someone walk you through your financial plan, or to figure out how you can reverse a situation of lifestyle creep, feel free to register in the link down below, so that we can actually be able to come up with a proper plan, a careful carefully curated and individual financial plan to help you get to the next level. Otherwise, I would really love to hear from you guys. Have you been in a situation where lifestyle creep is the reason you are where you are today? What are some of the steps you think you can take to probably reverse that? Or what is some of the questions that you may have, so that I can be able to assist or give you a word or two that can help you to be able to reverse that. So drop your comments, questions in the comment section below. And if this video was insightful, please remember to like, share, and subscribe so that you can be notified every time I make a new upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode of Finance Friday.